Welcome to the Jordan Banks Show, y'all. I am Jordan Banks, the king of urban podcast, y'all. I'm back here again for another week. Solo dolo. Sometimes you got to ride like that. Because old Big John will be back, y'all. He feeling a little under weather. No, it's the second week in a row, but my mans will be back. Cousin ain't going nowhere, y'all. But I'm going to go ahead and keep the show going, keep the content going. Another conversation this week we'll have about many different topics. That's what we do on Where They Do That At. We sit back and we say to ourselves, we look at stuff and say, now where do they do that at? It's a question everybody asks daily. Maybe you ask it in another way. But we taking our humble opinions. I'm not Anderson Cooper. I'm not Don Lemon. I'm a real Joe the Plumber. I'm a regular guy. Sitting here looking at everything going on. I'm looking at politics. I'm looking at sports, all types of entertainment, world news, and everyday things that happen. And I'm sitting back and I'm just wondering where they do that at. If you like me, you scratch your head a lot lately and say, God, wow, this not what mama told you growing up. This not what mom and daddy told y'all coming up, man. It's a lot of craziness going on, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of misinformation. It's a lot going on. So we're going to dive on into it, man. My first topic I want to talk about a little bit. I want to get this nonsense out the way. Nicki Minaj versus Dez Bryant. Former Cowboy Dez Bryant, and Dez Bryant wasn't a little receiver. He was a pretty big receiver. So when I talk about one of these little guys, he's a pretty tough guy. Dez Bryant has never given me punk. When you could come across that field like he do and get ready to take them hits from them big linebackers and everybody else, you ain't no punk. But anybody could be beat. Nicki has offered a challenge. $10 million to Dez Bryant to come and fight her husband, who looks like Kenny looks like he's all about 5'9", 120 pounds. I don't know. I guess he was the boogeyman in New York back in the day. Knockout artist, some say. It's 30 years ago, my boy. $10 million cash. Dez say you put that $10 million up, I'll come and kick his ass. I'm gonna do this because I like Nicki. I really, really like Nicki. Like as an artist, I love her. She been doing some stuff lately, even with the whole TDE thing, tagging Republican representatives like Luna and the FBI and everybody talking about the guy from TDE wants to unalive her because he said put her in the blender. And I don't really believe all that, Nicki. I wish you wouldn't go there. I think sometimes stars, especially a star of your caliber, probably just need to shut up, like honestly, and get offline. You don't hear Beyonce in none of these disputes. And I'm sure Beyonce probably got stuff to say. Probably just do it at home or keep it to herself. She too big for all that. Nicki, you too big for all that. I think you kind of worry about somebody taking your spot. I think your spot is solidified, baby girl. There's always going to be people that come out that's going to have a number one, going to break a record, going to do this or do that. But Nicki, your spot is solidified in history, baby girl. This ain't for you. You ain't got to do all that, baby. But I tell you what, because I like you, I'm going to say you some goddamn money, Nicki. Give me $2 million. I'll come and kick your husband's ass. And I ain't gonna doubt nobody's talent, so I'll say this to make it even better. If I kick his ass, you give me $2 million. That's gonna save you $8 million. Bare knuckles. 101. If I lose, you just give me $1 million. Hey, if I lose, give me $500,000. I'm gonna say you $9.5 million if I lose. If I get knocked out, just give me $250. Give me $250,000 if I get knocked out by the little guy. Because I'm 6'3", 285. But Dez Bryant like 6'3", whatever, you offering challenges. I'm going to save you some money. But I tell you this, if I had enough confidence in somebody that I'm going to put $10 million on cash, husband or not, I would have that nigga the professional ring. If I'm going to throw $2 million out there for somebody to fight, I get no return, but you get somebody's ass whooped or get his ass whooped. If I think that nigga that good, he need to be in a ring. Jake Paul will fight him. Floyd Mayweather exhibition his ass for $10 million. But like I said, I'll save you a lot of money, Nikki. I will whoop his ass for $2 million. Fuck it, make it $1 million. Make it $1 million, goddamn. I mean, that's my opinion on it. And you just want to throw away a bunch of money. See, you got too much money, Nikki. Shit. $10 million. And I know you supposed to have that confidence in your man, but I tell you what, Dez Bryant ain't, I don't know, baby. But that's your money. I ain't gonna pocket watch you. But I'll take it. For sure. So, speaking of Nikki and her relationship, she got everything going on with Kenny, and she believe in him. That's great. I don't know Kenny, though, because there's a recent study out. There's a recent study that reveals that 50% of women have a backup partner that they can run away with. And the study says that the backup partner, and we already know women, we already know, is a colleague, right? Somebody they work with, an ex-boyfriend, right? Or a friend. See that one? I don't ever believe that men and women friendship. I do not. I don't care what y'all say. Chauvinist, I don't trust. Whatever. Men and women cannot engage in a full-time platonic relationship. Somebody's gonna start liking somebody. I don't care if it's a drunk moment, a high moment, a vulnerable moment. Your wife just passed. Men and women cannot have that close-knit platonic relationship and they're both straight. No, I don't care who they are. So if you got a girl tell, oh, my best friend for 10 years, he a guy, no, what it is that's somebody that she fucked, somebody she wanna fuck, or gonna fuck. That's just a fact. And any woman on the live, in the recording, whatever that disagrees is a liar. I don't care what psychologist you talk to. I don't care if you talk to Dr. Bryant, whoever you talk to, men and women cannot have a full-time, just friendly, cozy, best friend relationship. No, no, no. And you heard that from the king. Say what you want to say about me, baby. I'm telling the truth. See, I know people will not accept the truth when you tell it. I know it. But I'm sure somebody sit back right now and say, oh, that's a lie. I got a best friend. That's a nigga that liked you. Or a nigga that's trying to poke you. And you just haven't recognized that this nigga waiting to poke you. Because if your best friend's right, I bet you can't get dressed in front of him. Clothes off. I bet you can't jump in the bed with him. Clothes off. Now, I know you'll say, oh, you tempting them. Yeah, but y'all friends. Right? Men and women can't have it. So, y'all keep with your side partners. That's what y'all do. I get it. I understand. That's what, man. Yeah, but don't believe that shit. Fellas, if you believe that, your girl, man, come on, man. This nigga just bringing her home every day. She ain't got no ride. He picking her up for work. Yeah. Giving head all the way home. Anyway, I'll move on, man. These Texas Democrats down there, man. So they blocked this gerrymandering thing so far that Texas is trying to do. And you know what the thing about Texas is, man? These Republicans ain't even trying to hide it. They've had interviews with several of these state representatives in Texas, and they asked them, why would you be doing this anyway? You just had a redistricting and everything, and this is kind of midway point. We don't do it like that. We do it during the census in another 5, 10 years, whatever. They say because we can. They ain't hiding it. They say because we could do it and pick up more Republican seats. We can do it because we can. And you wonder why the Democrats live. Now, Abbott down there threatening to arrest people. First of all, it's not a felony. It's within their law. And a civil arrest. And it doesn't hold any weight anyway because they're not in Texas. So it's a lot of blustering, a lot of talking, a lot of nonsense. That motherfucker in a wheelchair talking shit. Boy, I tell you, boy, you God already to put you there. What more you want to have? You doing all this to coddle and get in good graces with Trump. Why? Trump has 3 years left. What you gonna do after then? You know what's funny? Speaking of Trump, all these things he doing, I'm glad that these are executive orders. Because the next person just will come in and it's easy at the stroke of a pen to do away with them. Because he ain't passing no policy. They got that one stinking ass bill through Congress let through. And not all of Congress. These Republican people let through. Right? They signing their own death warrants. Their own career warrants with it. But trust me, once somebody else take over, half of those things in that bill will be challenged and they will go away. You can't tell me you can offer a permanent tax for life. That can be fought. If they can get rid of Roe versus Wade, you can't make a tax permanent, but somebody can fight that. I mean, it just is what it is. And it's a good thing that he's using all these executive orders because, as I said, at the stroke of a pen, somebody else is going to do away with them. So have fun for 3 years if you last that long in office. You older guy. I don't know what God's plan is, but I know he's still in charge. That's my take on it. So, but them Democrats did the right thing to leave. And maybe it's just a temporary fix. I don't know. Maybe it ultimately won't work. But this is some nefarious shit. This is some racist. Draw the line. This is, well, they say this is America. This is America. And Texas got bigger problems anyway. Yeah, y'all got this Negro. I'm not even going to say his name. This son of a gun unalives his 7-year-old adoptive son because he ate his donut sticks. A nigga ain't nothing no matter what color he is. A nigga ain't about black. Why'd you adopt him? Because he ate your donut sticks? You unalived him? What? Where they do that at? Nigga. I'll move on. That's all that's all I can do. Move on. So, let's talk about the whites only town down in Arkansas. They want to move into Missouri, here where I am. And I think they probably will. And we don't care. Y'all want to have this fake ass utopia. Because I bet y'all drive out of that motherfucker to go to work. Y'all drive out of it to go to the store. See, y'all want to build this fake ass community that's most likely unconstitutional anyway. We have housing acts and other things that, well, I don't know how long we'll have them because I'm sure Trump will probably do away with a lot of them. But it's like illegal. Like, it's not really an official town. A bunch of y'all bought a plot of land. It's like some Jim Jones stuff. Like, you gonna move me there, then what? We all gotta drink the Kool-Aid and something happens. I feel a little dizzy now. Ooh. White folk. Well, white folk, y'all. Y'all some imaginative niggas, white folks. I always say y'all some imaginative niggas. Like y'all just come up with shit. Well, it's about keeping our country. Why don't you just ask for a fucking reservation? Like y'all put Indians on this shit. Ask for a reservation. A white people reservation, I go for it. Okay. Don't matter to me. Crazy shit out here, man. Crazy. You agree or disagree? But I'll tell you, this shit crazy. You know how your little white utopia. Ooh. I guess you're gonna have ponies and shit. Moon stars and the quasars. The sky's gonna be perfect. It's gonna open up. It's gonna reveal a white Jesus. Yeah. Whitey world. Can you imagine? Isn't it great in here? It's always 40 degrees. We always in shorts, sandals, and no socks. Wow, whitey world. Plenty of water. We always out there swimming, surfing, bungee jumping and shit. Whitey world. Yeah. Y'all do tours? Or I mean, to make a little money, you know, a bunch of black people down to take a little tour to see, you know, like a little van, you know, a little bus tour, open top, you know. Yeah, welcome to Whitey World. This is the city in America where only white people are allowed to live. I mean, we basically already have white cities like that without you making one. Rural America is full of white cities that niggas don't live in. Somebody gotta restore your concept. But whatever. I can't wait to see Whitey World. I think Whitey World, though, should be self-sufficient. You shouldn't ask for any subsidies, any you shouldn't have any outside jobs. There should be no outside internet, phone service, nothing. I think Whitey World should be totally self-sufficient. That's the way you want it. Y'all tried that before then when they got some slaves to build everything. So I don't know. Fuck it. What? Well, Whitey World. Whitey World. Whitey World. Anyway, on to the next topic. So the king of Whitey World, Donald Trump, he does an interview, phone interview. He talks about immigrants. Man, he's talking about immigrants. He's talking about Latinos, y'all, pretty much. He says those folks are made to work in the field. They born to do it. It's natural for them. He said, you know what happens to them? I was asking a farmer, and I said, well, you know what happens is they get sick. He said, if they hurt their back, they die. It's unbelievable. Those people are made to work out there naturally. And if they hurt their back, since it's so natural for them to be out there like a shark in water, man, they just fall. They just gonna die. They can't get out there and pick them tomatoes. Boy, their old back. Boys, it's curtains for them. Hasta luego. Peso. This is y'all president. He actually said this. Go check. But then I strolled through TikTok earlier and I see this big Mexican guy talking, oh, you got to support Trump policies. Da, 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 da. My Mexican nigga. This man said you belong in the field naturally. And if you hurt your back, you're going to pass away. What policy are you talking about, my G? What are you talking about? Get your ass in that field and shut the fuck up. Stupid. Just fucking ridiculous. So another thing Trump is insisting on illegally. This is some just this man say, I keep going back to that. He say immigrants are made to work in the field. That's what they born to do. They can't aspire no higher. That's what they born to do. Ted Cruz. This what you, Marco Rubio. This what you born to do naturally. And I hope you don't hurt your back, because according to Trump, you gonna die. You gonna die. That's what Trump said. That's not my claim. That's the greatest president in history that said that. That's what y'all say. They're the greatest president in history. Then I got a Latino on TikTok talking about how great he is. His policies. What policy? Every time you ask one of these crazy people what policy you like, can't name one. It don't exist. These are executive orders. They're not policy. Policy is law. Executive orders are not law. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I get a little frustrated. I can admit. I get a little frustrated. This ain't what your mom and daddy promised you, like I said earlier. This world right here, right here, this not what your mom and daddy meant by the American dream. Get education, go to school, get a job, get a family. This right here just not what they meant. It's not. But you get in that Bible and it's there. I know y'all. Some of y'all scared to get in and read it in Revelations and other things like that. It's scary, but I see it transpiring right before my eyes. You got to be able to recognize the signs of the time. And I was on the thing. I said Trump ain't the Antichrist, but then again, I'm looking at what he doing and what he doing around the world, trying to get people to lower their drug, or other countries to shoot up their drug prices so our prices look good. Like, what? That's your drug policy? I'm going to make these other countries raise their prices so Americans can't afford it. And our prices going to look better. That's your drug policy. And if you don't do it, I'm going to tariff you. And my people going to pay for it, though. That's your policy. That's a crackhead policy. But I'm going to talk about y'all king. But I will talk about this booger sugar nigga, Stephen A. Smith. Booger sugar. You can't tell me the FBI ain't got to this nigga. Why are you talking about Kamala Harris still? See, that's why I say the FBI got to him. Because you're trying to put in the air, oh, no, wait, Kamala can win in 2028. She won't even be the Democratic nominee. See, like that, you got 3.5 years before this thing even happened. The woman said right now she out of politics. And I say that also because that same energy you won't show to Trump. See, that's why I have a problem with him and Charlamagne, Snoop, Nelly, all y'all. Because say what you want about Kamala. Kamala's never been president, so she ain't doing all this bullshit. You talking about cutting black colleges. You talking about starving kids. You're talking about trying to get governors to redistrict to give you seats. You're talking about trying to have infinite power and rule. You're talking about threatening people in countries with things if they don't bend to your will, like you're a mafia boss. Like, this is how we do this. All the things they firing black people at the top of these positions for no reason. But you're steady going at Kamala. She not even in the equation. She's not in the equation. So when you can't talk about Kamala, you talk about Obama, Biden. Trump is the president, sir. What do you got to say about him? Dr. Umar? Y'all can spend all your time railing against Kamala. Still talking about her. She ain't win. Well, I think some funny business went on. Elon, but technically, I guess now, whatever, don't matter. She didn't win. Great, you won. Now we get to look at your shit. Charlemagne the God. Oh, you said a little something because basically the president called you a dumbass. But I saw that interview you did on Laura Trump show. You ain't really say shit. He's kind of looking like a deer in headlights. You didn't challenge shit. Stephen A., Dr. Oopsmar. I think all of y'all are corrupt and have been in contact with the FBI. I think they all got, Stephen A., everybody at SBN getting fired and laid off, cut. You ain't that great, Stephen A. They don't cut you, they keep you. Charlemagne, you got the podcast thing, the universe. I ain't seen nothing else. Ain't seen nothing from it. Dr. Oopsmore, you got the 2 fake schools. Now all of a sudden the side chick breaking it. Now you out here asking for money. These guys have been. These guys ain't black no more, y'all. All skin folk ain't kin folk. Every brother is not a brother. These guys are compromised. In my humble opinion, I'm just an everyday average guy. A little common sense, a little education. Got a couple dollars in my pocket. These guys are compromised. All skin folk ain't kin folk. And they putting shit out in the air. Notice how they put shit, each one of them put shit out in the air early. Oh, Kamala this, Kamala that. Oh, this guy that. The Democratic Party. In the meanwhile, Trump is doing everything he can to eliminate black and brown people. He want to put back names of Confederates on military bases, put statues back of Confederate. And these Confederates were treasonous people. They fought against the country. They were traitors. But they hired in black and brown folk. And you Negroes, all for the dollar. All for the dollar, baby. Okay. I on some levels, I understand. Got to get your chips. It's all about you. All about you. Stop putting God in it, though, because God won't be mocked. Live good now. You got to pay later. I'd rather have mine there, though. It's all good. Get yours, bruh. Heaven is measured. More room for me. Heaven is measured. Hell is not. That's biblical. I'll move on. And I tell you, another reason I say I know these guys are compromised, I just know it without a doubt. In my heart, I'll say allegedly, but to me, they compromised because if you notice how Trump and his group put out a lot of records and stuff, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all these people thinking they're going to distract from the Epstein thing. And what is something we learned? Shocked the shit out of me. Shook me to my fucking core, y'all. J Bank was shaking. You know, we learned that the FBI approached Malcolm X to be an informant, and they recorded it. Shook the shit out of me, y'all. I go out there and listen to the recording, y'all. Google it, whatever you want to do. It's out there. Malcolm X was a man, though. I will never tell y'all. I would. Man, let me say it again, man. Somebody like Malcolm X, the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation for the United States government, tried to convert this guy to an informant to tell on to watch his own people. A Muslim of that caliber, a man of that caliber. Damn the Muslim part. And I have no disrespect to Muslims. A man of that caliber. That's why I say they'll go to anybody. They seek out good niggas and get them most of the time. We all know Al Sharpton was working with the FBI. We know that now. We all know, according to Dr. Umar's side chick, he got FBI paperwork in his house. And I ain't talking about just files he's studying. That's what she say. That's what she said. That ain't me. That ain't me, Doc. That's what your side booty said. That's how I know the FBI would go to anybody. See, we too poor. We ain't got that money yet. We ain't made it up there because they'll go to you and me. We ain't up there yet. But you understand what I'm telling y'all? The FBI tried to convert Malcolm X as part of their COINTELPRO. Go listen to the audio, y'all. I ain't bullshitting. That shit rocked me to my core. Because that made me say anything is possible. At first, I would have been one like, man, they ain't doing that. You know, people just believe anything. People just talk, man, he ain't gonna do that, man. He ain't gonna do that. Nah. When I heard that tape, man, life changing. And like somebody said, I read the Art of War and it changed my life. I read the King book, it changed my life. I read the book of John in the Bible, it changed my life. I heard them tapes of them and Malcolm X and them trying to get this brother to work for him. Changed my life. I can end the show right there, y'all. As the pastor said, I done preached. And it's the type of stuff they want to release in order to distract from Epstein. Y'all going real far. Baby, I'll move off that right there, cuz that right there shook me to my core, man. It almost scared me for real. Because imagine if Malcolm X would have took something like that. He'd probably be alive today. Like Al out there, he's still kicking. Probably be alive today. But that man sacrificed his life for this. And you got Charlemagne, Dr. Usmar, Stephen A. These senators, representatives, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, these folks shucking and ducking in their own way. These ain't men. And I'm gonna tell you something. They talk whatever they want to talk. A lot of them talk better than me. A lot of them got more education than me. For sure got bigger bucks than me. But I'm a man. I'm gonna keep being a man. Y'all go listen to them tapes, man. But you know what though? I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna do a little masterclass after that, y'all. I have to bring it down. I'm gonna bring it down, but it's gonna stay up though. This masterclass right here, man, I had to be this serious business today. This is serious business today, y'all. It ain't so much fun and games because we not having fun. We just not, we not having fun out here right now. If you're an adult, if you grown folk with kids or grown kids, grandkids, we ain't having fun. I know these little dudes run around, bang, bang, shoot them up, smoking good, they on the ground. Nah, that you got to live though. You got to grow up, keep living if you make it. Cause right now, this ain't fun times. I'm sorry to tell y'all, these are not fun times. Black, white, Latino, Arab, it don't matter. This is not a fun time unless you're in the top 1%, 2%, 3% or something. But these are not fun times. So I'm going with the masterclass. This masterclass is real simple, y'all. I could almost give you the title and be done. But I'm going to give it to you, though. This masterclass is, and this from Jordan Banks, if you are still riding with Trump at this point in his presidency, even if you did the first time, even if you hate Barack, even if you hate Kamala Biden, you can hate John Kennedy, you can hate George Washington. But at this point, if you still riding with Trump, you are a fucking idiot. Either you're stupid or consciously stupid. I say it again. Excuse me. I say it again because that's pretty much the masterclass. If you are still riding with Trump at this point, you are a fucking idiot. Consciously or unconsciously. Maybe you're an uneducated idiot. Because we know the average education in America is 6th grade. Motherfucker 50 years old got a 6th grade education. But these people are the people who vote and have a rationale, or they think it's rational. So they get on here and spew this bullshit. Or you living better now? I see all y'all all living better 4 years ago before Joe. You living better now? What's the prospects of your company that you working for right now? Yeah. That grocery store you shop at, that hospital you go to, ask them what their future lookout is, what their future plan and how that's going, how it's looking. But you living better now, paying more for everything, less services. Healthcare be gone. Housing, Section 8, FEMA relief, but you living better now. You're a fucking idiot. That's the masterclass. So while I got time, I'll move to another topic. Pam Bondi, the AG that should not be bowing and kowtowing to Trump, has pretty much recommended charges. It has picked a unnamed special prosecutor. You can't know their name. Who does that? I mean, I know that this stuff is supposed to be a special prosecutor, isn't it? But normally we hear a name. Maybe it's Judge Pinero or whatever her fucking name is from Fox, because you know now she is working as some assistant of the U.S. attorney in D.C. Maybe it's her, which is going to be laughable. It's going to be comedy gold. But whoever, see, they don't want to put a name out there because they know people gonna come for them and they gonna eat their ass up. Yeah, I ain't got nothing no Barack and none of them people. It's just, that is what it is. So they want to go and have a special prosecutor and do a grand jury. They're going to pick some unknown people and say, oh, yeah, we could prosecute. This is America. This ain't your daddy's America. This ain't your mama's America. This is America right here, baby. This is true America. Yeah. Good luck, Blondie. So, yeah, you know what's funny? Because they're actually accusing Barack Obama and his team of what Trump actually tried to do with January 6th. Cause an insurrection, cause doubt, stop things. This is what Trump actually did. What the? And you know, everything they say about Barack, you could put in front of a jury just the one tape of him having his press conference, and he said Russia was not successful in their attempts to sway the election. No votes were changed. Either person, XYZ. We're confident in the election, and it's done. Kind of goes against everything they say in that one tape. Like, what? But then you got Trump in the January 6 tapes. We're going down to fight like hell. Come on, I'm gonna meet you down there. He sent y'all fools down there. He went home. I'll be there. Go ahead. Go down there. Gotta fight. But y'all are, it's like y'all are accusing Barack of what Trump actually did. It's crazy, I know. See, another reason why I talk about these booger sugar niggas like Stephen A. Y'all do all this railing. Well, reports of black unemployment rate now is the highest since COVID, when there wasn't nobody working. Or a lot of people weren't working. Black employment has reached 7%. And we know, actually, because we know Lil Ronnie and Lil Dude down the street, you know they ain't working. They ain't counting there. Black unemployment is probably actually at 20% or 30%. 7% is, these are people who, you know, are added to the unemployment roll. They getting a check. Shit like that. But when you come off the roll, they don't count you no more. There's a lot of people coming off, they can get no another job. So unemployment is actually higher, especially for African Americans. But it's the way they count them. Now, Trump ain't in no uproar about that number. He don't give shit. Jobs report come out, he don't break down that number. He ain't in no uproar about that. That shit should be, he probably said it should be 20%, 40%, fuck them. But again, Chris Rock, one of my favorite comedians, and he said it against Will Smith. Will Smith, one of my favorite actors. I gotta admit, I like Will, but Chris Rock was right. It's selective outrage. People are very selective in their outrage. Baseless, claimless, clueless. They are selective. Can't impeach Trump because he's a Republican. What fucking difference would that make? You know, and I'm sure a lot of Republicans there wish they had the balls to impeach him when they could have and got rid of. They wouldn't be worried about all this mess. But they didn't have the balls, and they try to use, well, you know, he's a Republican. Like, that makes a difference. The man's a criminal. He's a criminal. The man ain't worthy. He ain't worthy. The man ain't qualified. He ain't qualified. But Kamala's the dumbest person. Okay. Let's go see Trump take that California law exam. Yeah. Because I'm sure he knows everything. God. You got Candace Owens turning against this nigga. Like, come on. And I ain't saying she vote for Kamala, but Candace Owens? Lil Nappy Nap? Come on, man. Anyway. So, this is some funny shit I saw this week too, man. This is why I said if you still with Trump, you a fucking idiot. He appointed Lawrence Taylor, the former he was a football great. He appointed Lawrence Taylor to the president's Youth Initiative Council, Health, whatever. This cokehead. This press conference was ridiculous. Lawrence Taylor gets up there now. When I say cokehead, Lawrence had his well-documented problems with drugs. In my opinion, he's still on them. But this also sex offender, registered sex offender, and still has to register, has been put on the Council for Youth. That's like putting R. Kelly over Disney World. What? Here's the press conference. So Lawrence Taylor stumbles up there looking half drunk. I don't know what we doing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know why I'm here. But I'm here to serve you, Mr. President. I'm here to serve you. I don't know what capacity, but I'm here to serve you. Not we gonna serve the kids, make it great. No, I'm here to serve you. Now take it out. Take it out, big boy. Let me suck on it. Ooh. You God. I'm so sick of y'all gulping and burping. Just gulping and burping. Just gulping and burping. Just swallowing. Y'all ain't spitting it out. Y'all just gulping and burping. That's all they doing. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what we doing. What's our name to again? Vice President? No. Ambassador? No. Kids? I'm in. What is it? Come on. Give me a line. Bring on Lil Johnny. Come on, man. What we doing? What are we doing? Lois Taylor. Oh, God. I'm glad I have small kids no more. This is ridiculous. So, and for all y'all, I hope y'all ready. All these tariffs and these and that, you know, I know they having a hard time. I went to K&G. You know, I'm a regular guy. I went to K&G to buy a hat. Wanted me a nice little fedora, you know, a new one. I got a couple. You know, and usually K&G, the type of store, they got hats they got a whole display, a wall or two of hats. I went in there on a regular day. They probably had 5 hats. I said, what? I already had in my mind, knew what happened. But I asked the lady, I said, hey, you guys going to get some more hats in? What, what's going on? She said, well, I said, the tariffs. She said, yeah, the tariffs. She said, the manufacturer, the shipper, she said, it costs us so much to get them now. If we try to pass that all, ain't nobody going to buy them. She said, we looking for some new distributors, maybe some new things, but right now we can't do it. And speaking of that, Procter & Gamble has already announced, get ready for that dishwashing liquid, that detergent, toilet tissue. You know, Procter & Gamble make everything we use pretty much. It's going up because of the tariffs. So it's going to cost you a little more to wipe your ass and wash your clothes. It's going to cost you a little more. Thank you, President. Well, I'll tell you something else happened. You talking about no job and all this and that. BET has suspended the BET Awards and the Soul Train Music Awards indefinitely. Well, you know what? I got tired of black folk acting a fool and making a fool of themselves on them shows anyway. I didn't see nothing good in them. A bunch of niggas in there, all pretty much getting robbed by their labels. Half of them fake rich. And once you reach a certain status, you didn't go anyway. You didn't see Beyonce at the Soul Train Awards or the BET Awards. So you get a bunch of these little kids who you ain't really never heard of. You won't hear about Lil Buddy until he unalive. And it just became a clown show. So maybe they'll rebrand it, reboot it, or do something different, because I am not mad that it's gone. And if you sitting around waiting for BET every year or the Soul Train Award, you need to do something with your fucking life. Go smoke weed without the blunt or something. I don't know. It's Jordan Banks, baby. I had all I could take today, y'all. Sad. I'm out. Peace.